Off they go. Final then, and a big one. Great Britain against America, effectively. Leander, based here in Henley, against the California Rowing Club of the USA. And Adrian was just talking about the stream and the potential as you come off the end of Temple Island. About 2 or 3 strokes time where the stream takes effect.
It will do, yeah. And Leander seems to be steering over to the booms at the moment. California seems to be handling it pretty well. Here we go, very close still, the two crews, neck and neck.
Yeah, we'll get an idea as we draw level with the camera.
Yeah, it's level.
Neck and neck, it's
yeah,
absolutely perfectly poised, this race. Could be a cracker in the making.
They are, now they just got to keep their pace for a little bit longer, maybe another 100 metres, and then they transition onto their rhythm.
They're going exactly the same rates as well, aren't they? The strokes are perfectly synchronised between the two boats.
And Leander just seems to have dropped onto a more efficient rhythm. They seem to be relaxing in the finish a bit more. We'll see what does that for them.
Well, it suggests exactly what you've just said, Adrian, with the technique. They're just edging ahead, aren't they,
yeah,
Leander?
They're just, if you look at the heads, when the stroke finishes, their heads sit still for a fraction of a second longer than the near crew, and that's just letting the boat do a bit of running. There. Oh, late hit.
Yep, a nudge there, wasn't that?
Yep. And Leander seems to settle into a good rhythm, whereas the California crew just seem to be not finishing the stroke and chasing it a bit.
Fraction more frantic, the Americans, in this early part of the race, and Leander just a little bit smoother, moving out to a length lead.
Still, we know this is a long race. Lots of crews have come from behind even today, so they need to stay in there. And Leander can't believe that they've won this. It's a long way to go.
No, I'm sure they will be wise to that. When we watched this morning's racing, they'll be only too aware that anything can happen in this 2,112-metre course as the race unfolds.
We're looking at the California crew, the bow pair. It's quite a big weight gap between the two bowmen and two-man. It's 4 stone difference in weight.
Yes, that's a bit of an inequality going on there, isn't it?
And Leander seems to be doing a good job there. Both crews steering properly. Leander clear to a good rhythm. California's again into a better rhythm, but I think there's a bit of a margin already.
What's the potential impact, Adrian, of that weight discrepancy that you've just flagged up?
I suppose power is a difference, but as long as they're rowing the same sort of arc, you can see the blades are parallel and they've been set up properly, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
So we're watching Leander on the right-hand side of the picture there, leading California Rowing Club, as you can see, a length or so at the moment. Moving up towards a couple of lengths, a very tight start, but this midsection of the race, Leander have settled down better. It could be a win on home water for Leander.
Could be, and Leander is still striking 36 strokes a minute to California's 37, but the extra strokes aren't helping California.
And one explanation potentially for Leander taking control of the race is the difference in their semi-finals. And California yesterday will have felt they were in a race, so only won by 3/4 of a length. That was against a Leander and Oxford Brookes University boat. We'll be fed up with the sight of Leander by the end of this weekend, this California quad. And you compare that to Leander on the water in this final, maybe to check boat by 3 1/4 lengths. And again, they were on the Berkshire station, so we were just saying they've had a bit of a rehearsal, but also haven't had to expend quite so much energy as California to get through their semi-final.
Yeah, and that does have an impact, you know, the amount of effort required and how easy it is to recover from one day to the next. But these guys have trained quite a lot. Their resilience should be quite good, especially as they only started racing near the end of the weekend.
And Leander know they're capable of winning this. So won last year with a bit of help from Agecroft in Salford. 2015 winners of the Queen Mother Challenge Cup, Leander and Agecroft boat.
Yeah, and this Queen Mother Challenge Cup is the top quads event here for the international crews. And this Olympic cycle, there aren't any international squad crews racing. They're just these high caliber club crews.
Yeah, very high caliber. And at the moment, it's Leander, but we've got to keep half an eye on the California boat, who have actually put together a decent midsection of this race, haven't they? They're very much in contention still. This could be a fabulous last third of the race. They're approaching 500 metres out. Once they get into the tented area, you've got 500 metres of the race remaining, and it looks like it could be a pretty hot finish, this one. They've really put together a good midsection there.
I think that's right. They took them longer to get onto their rhythm, but when they're on the rhythm, there was even speed with the Leander crew. Just see who's got the most left now coming into the enclosures.
A bit of a breeze.
Yeah. The water's not bouncy. It was much more bouncy earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Much better conditions today for these crews.
Calm surface. Leander still edging it. It's just a surge from them again to take them clear, get clear water between themselves and the Americans. As they draw up level with the camera, you can see they're still in contention, the Americans. They're not lying down yet, are they?
They're not. Let's see if they can jack the rate up and really create some boat speed. Maybe they can start to put some pressure on Leander.
Very gritty. Hartig in the stroke seat. And just behind him, you've got Leander, Klapper and Zender in the bow seat. That's the California lineup. And they look gritty, they look determined. They might be running out of race time a little bit here.
I had the Leander 3-man look around a few times for the finish, so he's desperately looking for the end.
Yeah, Glenister saw him pop a glance over his shoulder. Joel in the stroke seat just behind him. Law and Leask.
Leander just look a bit more lively now, even coming into the line. California steering a bit all over the place.
They had to raise their game, didn't they? They had a threat, they had a challenge from California Rowing Club of the United States. With about 500 metres left, the race was not done, but I think it is now.
Yes, I think it is down now. Yeah, clear water here to Leander coming into the last few strokes.
Leander heading for home in the Queen Mother Challenge Cup, the premier men's quads event. And it is Leander who once again win the trophy, the Queen Mother Challenge Cup won by Leander.
And you can see how much it means to the crew there.
California over the line now. Look extremely weary. Do wonder what impact that semi-final had yesterday. The fact they had to race right to the line, the Californians.